Hi Mark and Jenny, it's Brian here at Performance Hyundai. Just here's your new Tucson all cleaned up for delivery. Since I won't be there to deliver it in person, I just want to send you a little video and just quickly show you the car and a couple quick features that you can figure out. Anyways, I'm just going to do a quick little walk around here. You can see it's all nice and clean. I know the weather's not the best today, so unfortunately it's probably not going to stay quite as clean when it gets to Guelph, but it is clean when it's leaving here, that's for sure. Just going to walk around to the driver's side. There we go. We'll go inside. I'm just going to run down a couple quick features for you. As you're probably already familiar with some of the features on there, you got your power seat controls on there. Pretty standard power windows controls, mirrors right on there as well. Just a few buttons here. That adjusts your brightness of your gauges at night. That turns your blind spot monitors on and off. That turns your traction control off. It's always defaults to on. Probably something I would just leave most of the time. That opens your tailgate. So if you hold that down, the power tailgate will automatically open. I'm going to run down quickly inside here. Quick few features here. You got 4 buttons down here on the console. You've got lock. This will lock the all-wheel drive into 50% front, 50% back. Only works at slow speeds. For the most part, this being an all-wheel drive vehicle, the computer does as good a job as anything, so it's something you wouldn't probably need very often. This is your backup sensor. This turns it off. It's always on, but if you want to turn it off, if you ever did put a hitch or a trailer on the back of your backup trailer with this on, it'll obviously keep beeping because it sees it there. This is something called a hill descent button. What it does, if you're going down a really steep hill at slow speeds, you can turn this on and it'll use the engine to keep you from rolling too fast. Drive mode here, I'm going to move to the dashboard so you can see what it does when I press this button. As you can see now, there's a little eco light that comes on, and then it goes to sport, and then it goes to off. Basically, it just changes the way the transmission shifts in a more economical way or a more sport way, or just the normal, which is kind of in between. Really, it's personal preference at the day. You could probably drive for a few days in each setting and see which one you like the best. The Eco is going to give you the best fuel economy though. Climate control system here. If you're familiar with an automatic system, it's pretty standard. You got your separate controls left and right for temperature. You can see it's set at 23 both sides right now. The auto button on this one, if you turn that on, the computer decides where the air should go, which vent is best. You've got your front defrost and rear defrost. Rear defrost also does your rear side mirrors. There's your heated steering wheel and your heated seats, both sides there. And then we're going to get to the main brains of the whole system here. The navigation and radio. So as you can see, it's just on the standard screen. You come in to go to the main menu. There's all menus here. Touch that. It's a lot like using a smartphone or an iPad type of idea. So you got your different icons there. We talked about Apple CarPlay. Once you pair your phone using the Bluetooth to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto depending on your phone, you do need to plug the phone into the USB port down below there to use the Apple CarPlay. It's too much data to work over the Bluetooth. This will then light up. Then once the phone is connected, you can tap that, and basically this screen will look a lot like the screen on your phone. A lot of the apps that are on your phone will come up on the screen. Not all of them work, but your main ones like Google Maps and text messaging and a few of the music ones will work. This is touchscreen, so you can just slide it like that. There's the Android Auto one if that's the phone that you have. And then basically setup here gets into some of the more detailed settings, setting your sound settings, bass, treble, that sort of stuff. There's your Bluetooth to pair your phone. Set your clock up. You can change the language. And then screensaver, you know, some little fancy stuff you can play around with it. Navigation system on this car, pretty similar to most navigations. If you've ever used a Garmin or something like that, it works pretty much the same way. Just touch the navigation button. This is for general settings, miles, kilometers, that sort of thing. Go back to home. If you want to put in a destination, there's a Navi button there. Address. And then you just start typing the address where it's highlighted. Again, like if you used a Garmin or any other navigation system, they will all pretty much work the same. A couple of features in the center dash here as well. There's some buttons here on the steering wheel right here, as you can see. This button here, which looks like a couple of pages, changes that center screen between the two dials. As you can see, I'll press that. It changes to a number of different little settings. Just cycles through them all. This one here has a number of personalized settings for the vehicle. Now it says driver assist. You hit the OK button to enter that. And there you can see it says RTCA rear. That's your rear cross traffic alert. That's a safety feature that warns you if you're backing up and there's somebody potentially crossing behind you. We're going to move this up and down, moves down between those things. So if I move down to door, that'll have settings for your door lock. So if you pull it out of park, the car will automatically lock the doors. When you put it back into park, it'll unlock the doors. You can change those settings in there. Same with the lights. You can change the settings for leaving the headlights on for a certain period of time after you stop the car. Sound, again, similar. It's got horn sounds and stuff like that for when you hit the lock button. You can program in your service intervals. Speaking of service, one of the things I am going to do, I will set up your first oil change, even though you are out of town. They will call you in about 3 months that you're due for your oil change. I mean, you don't have to use us. We love it, but if you, it's a good way to remind you that you're probably due for your first service anyway. So I will do that for you. Other features, there's a few little features in here. Basically, fuel economy right now is set to automatically reset when you fill your tank. It'll reset the average fuel economy. Steering wheel position, I'm going to turn that on for you. What you'll see is if you're in a parking spot and your steering wheel is not straight and you go to put it in drive, this screen in the center will tell you that your steering wheel is not straight. This just means it tells you on the dashboard that when you turn your lights and wipers on. Auto rear wiper reverse. I think when you put it into reverse, it automatically turns the rear wiper on. I'll leave that off because that's not something you'd probably want to use only when the weather's bad. Fuel economy just changes the unit of measure. Same with the unit of measure of temperature. Gear position's turned on because it basically, as you can see, it's showing it's in park right now. And that just resets everything to factory defaults, which is where they should be right now. Other features here, your Bluetooth. If you've used Bluetooth on a phone, it's pretty straightforward. The talk button with the picture of a person talking, you just press that. Once your phone's paired, say the name of your contact, like call Jenny. Jenny wants to call Mark, and it'll come up on your screen that that's who you're calling. If somebody's calling you, the green one is to answer the phone, and the red one's to hang up the phone. The mode button is for the radio. That changes between AM, FM, satellite radio. XM radio is free for 3 months, so I will have that set up as well. And just a few other features on the mirror here. You can see some buttons along the bottom there. They're called Home Link. If you have a garage that you park in with a garage door opener, you can program these to open your garage door so you don't have a unit clipped onto the visor. I haven't done one honestly recently on a Hyundai, but I know it's all in the manual how to do it. It's not that difficult. I've done it on other vehicles before. And then of course you got your sunroof controls up here as well, which are pretty typical. And you got the nice big panoramic roof in this car. Also, one little thing here, I'll leave this here in the front seat. You can put it in the glove box or in the back. This is your lock nut because every wheel's got one of those special lock nuts. That's the tool you need to get that lock nut off if you ever have a flat tire. Hopefully you'll never have to use it, but in case it is, it's there. And the owner's manual should be here in the glove box. Yes, there, it's right there. So if you ever can't sleep one night and need something to read, there you go. That'll put you to sleep. Anyways, that's a quick rundown of the features. Feel free to call me at any time. Richard and James are the drivers that'll be bringing your vehicle. You'll see them today, and I hope you really enjoy it. I do appreciate your business. Feel free to call me at any time. I'll probably touch base with you today or tomorrow just to make sure that everything went smoothly. You have a great day. Bye.